Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully, and welcome back to the Kingdom Hearts 2 commentary. Now, there is a bit of a Final Mix exclusive thing that I forgot to tell you about in the previous part that I should have mentioned, but didn't. Now, again, if you use Master Form after the Roxas battle, you will unlock Final Form. This is something that I did off screen, obviously, since I already unlocked it, but yeah, this is pretty much going to give you a bit of a showcase as to what Ultimate Form pretty much unlocks, which, well, I suppose to put it in layman's terms, is pretty much Roxas' abilities during the boss fight, except Sora has them. Again, similar to the likes of, you know, Phantom Form or Master Form or whatever, you have two Keyblades to use, which I think in this case I'm using the regular Keyblade and, the one we got from Roxas, which was the, 2 become 1, which is basically melding Oathkeeper and, again, Oblivion together. And again, this is a very powerful drive form to use, and indeed, part of the reason why you want to get this form is so you can get Glide, which is rather essential for getting, you know, specific, you know, bloody fucking crown pieces that you use to unlock the puzzles, which you solve and then get, you know, synthesis items for, which makes it essentially quite useful for, you know, getting abilities. In addition to that, however, you also, well, again, get a shitload of destructive power. It's basically Master Form, except, well, the ultimate power. And again, you can still also see it changing Sora's clothes. Again, he has more of a Roxas motif about him. A nobody, where his clothes become white. But yeah, this is pretty much it. And probably the thumbnail that I'll use for the video, but yeah, in the meantime, besides, you know, showing you how you unlock Final Form, and, you know, unlocking Glide and whatever else, that again, I am doing off screen so I can get all 3 levels of it. Yeah, we're also going to be using this part, again, to be basically filler, but also using it to unlock, well, you know, Mushroom 13, finishing off most of it, but, you know, saving the rest of it for a little bit later, and also showing you a few more other bits and pieces of what you can do at this point in the game, which in this case is also unlocking the secondary struggle battle. Again, it's not story focused, you don't get anything for it apart from journal completion if you care about that in any sort of way. And yeah, also another little thing, which is to say that, yeah, at this point you can pretty much unlock the Merlin's, no, not Merlin's, fucking Yensid's Mysterious Tower. Again, you see the dope-ass Disney train, and if you go through here, you unlock the tower, which again unlocks the next Mushroom 13 member, which is, I don't really fucking remember what the fuck this Mushroom 13 member was called, but yeah, keep him in the air and you'll pretty much do a thing to unlock his stuff. I mean, again, I didn't unlock it here, but I mean, I will show a more, at least paltry attempt, but again, I will kind of showcase what I was talking about last time. In the semblance that, again, when you're fighting these Mushroom 13 people, you need to get the score to a certain amount of threshold before they will pretty much give you the complete thing, and again, you'll pretty much unlock the Mushroom 13 Keyblade that was, you know, showcased within, you know, the Final Mix variant or whatever. Again, I'm only just showing off the Mushroom 13 shit once. I'm not getting the fucking Keyblade because it can't be arsed, but yeah, again, as you can see here, the main objective of this one is basically to keep it in the air with your combos. Again, it doesn't respond to Keyblade specific stuff, like, again, as you were seeing there, and again, what I mentioned last part, you know, if it has, like, you know, fucking darkness, arse stink fucking around it, then again, it's not going to count and you pretty much have to do it again, because you didn't reach the threshold. So again, if you don't reach the threshold, try again, and try and match it. Again, it's pretty much meant to be a skill for, you know, specifically, your other fucking drive forms, specifically Wisdom Form, because again, they want Wisdom Form to have more of a use in Final Mix, which it wasn't in the base game, so yeah. I mean, I get the idea why they wanted to do that, but personally, again, even while it is content that's required to access the secret ending, I don't find it to be very useful, to be honest, so again, I'm just sort of, you know, fucking tapping out at this point. There is, however, a secondary function to going towards Yensid's tower in the, you know, Mysterious Tower or whatever. And again, that is, basically just to get the specific Heartless, synthesis drops. Which again, you can access throughout this area and you won't be penalized for it, but at the same time though, it's, again, you have no other reason to come here apart from a puzzle piece and Mushroom 13, so yeah, you can kind of take those, you can kind of take or leave this area for what it is, but you know, it's okay for what it is. And, by the way, I do apologize for my commentary being a little bit, you know, disconnected, but I have been drinking, which I promised I wouldn't do for the Kingdom Hearts 2 commentary, but I did anyway, so fuck it. So, yeah, if for those of you who want drunk Solidus-Skully, here I am. I'm back from the deep jungle and Simpsons Hit and Run commentary that you never saw. But, yeah, regardless of such, I mean, again, you do face specific nobody types, again, as you would expect for, you know, very obscure areas of the game, so if you want to grind for synthesis materials, this is pretty much the spot to do it. And again, when you get to the top, again, the only area that you really need to access is pretty much the same area where Sora gained his new clothes, so again, nothing really to talk about, but yeah, whatever really. So again, you see in here, again, you can pretty much examine all the same shit you pretty much examine right at the beginning of the game, except, well, I mean, the only real tangible thing you need to examine is, well, you know, fucking getting puzzle pieces. But anyway, now we're back in Twilight Town. The halcyon days where the next Mushroom 13 member is, which is really the only reason why you need to go back here, apart from the puzzle pieces and stuff. What member is this? Fuck it, I couldn't fucking tell, but basically, defeat all the Heartless in, you know, sequential order and get some good shit. I don't quite get as many good takes as, I would have liked, but at the same time though, in the Mushroom 13, and something that I think you need to understand, you know, when you're doing this for yourself, is that, yeah, it requires a lot of practice, and again, a lot of, very specific abilities to use. Like, I mean, I suppose the idea is that, you know, you would use, something like, you know, Wisdom or Limit Form in order to get, like, the best abilities to use against the Mushroom 13 in order to get the maximum threshold, but well, I mean, again, the only thing that it really nets you is the secret ending, which, again, you have pretty, well, it's supposed to sort of go into the secret ending of Kingdom Hearts 2. You have, two specific variants, the first of which is, again, I believe is, called the Keyblade Graveyard, which is what you get both in Kingdom Hearts 2 Vanilla, you know, that you would have got back in 2005, and, Final Mix, which is basically the first variant where you see, you know, I won't spoil that, but, stuff that you pretty much see in the regular game as is. Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, however, basically gives you partially an extended cutscene of what you would have seen in the base game, but also, again, the intro movie of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, so really, what the fuck? But yeah, I suppose to also go into depth about a lot of these recordings is that a lot of these were made in a similar fashion where my mindset in terms of recording was similar to Kingdom Hearts 1, where I would show off, like, you know, a bunch of the tertiary shit, like, you know, funny treasure chests or Mushroom 13 or whatever, and, you know, sort of show that in the game, but again, I don't know if this is just my paranoia speaking, or, you know, fucking, like, I just don't feel confident in my own commentary abilities, but again, I kind of felt like that was kind of boring a lot of people, so yeah, I just sort of left it as is, and basically left that to, you know, just, you know, background stuff and, you know, just stuff that nobody really cares about, but stuff that I have done just to, you know, get stuff moving along. Anyway, we move on to the next point of commentary stuff, which is the second struggle battle. They call it Struggle Battle R, which is Japanesey as fuck, but is primarily meant to be struggle battles for completion, and I guess Sora, again, doing stuff to complete the struggle battles in the real world as opposed to Roxas, where he did it in the digital world. So yeah, this is Sora earning his respect among the likes of, you know, Hayner, Seifer, and, fucking, Setzer. And again, this is basically the fucking video game equivalent of fucking bullying, really. So, you know, look at Sora. He's got all these fucking anime abilities, like, you know, that pseudo fucking magnet ability. And there you go. Get 200 blue balls and you win. Or again, like, you know, as it was in the base game, you know, beat Hayner into submission and you win. And again, you might think that Setzer would change his ways based on Sora beating him, or considering when you first met him in Twilight Town, but no. He actually has less health than most people, which I suppose is also like his gambler personality, where, like, you know, he gives people money to make him win, but I don't know, it's weird, really. Also, this canonically proves that Hayner is stronger than fucking Seifer. I do kind of wish he got some, like, level of reward for doing all the stuff here, but again, sadly, it's kind of no dice, really. Like, I mean, all you get is just fucking journal completion, where, again, fan wanky as this might have been, I do kind of wish that you got, like, Seifer's gunblade. You know, where in Final Fantasy VIII, where it was basically like a regular pistol with a blade attached. I don't know. It would have been something, at least, but anyway, that's neither here nor there in this case, where we finally have a new absent silhouette to tackle, which in this case is Lexaeus. Now, yeah, Lexaeus. One of the more underrated members of the Organization 13 in my eyes, and, yeah, apart from being one of the guards of Ansem's castle, he was also, I believe, the primary caretaker of the Ienzo, or Zexion, as we know him in Organization 13. And yeah, this man is primarily based around strength, so again, you can see why Ansem took him for his strength abilities, but at the same time, he also very much had a bit of a pragmatic sensibility about him. Again, he was a strong guy, but at the same time, he was also very controlled about his strength. Again, the only time he'd lost his cool, so to speak, was when he fought against Riku, which, again, was primarily based around the fact that Riku was, again, chiding him for his strength, which, again, wasn't necessarily Riku, that was Ansem in Chain of Memories, so, yeah. Again, it probably sounds like a bunch of lore shit you don't really give a fuck about, but yeah, Lexaeus is incredibly powerful and very controlled. Unfortunately, though, one of the more weaker aspects of his organization absent silhouette and data battle is that, again, he is strength-based, but again, that factor of, you know, Lexaeus being over 9,000, 2,000 since that meme shit, doesn't really play into anything. Again, you can just beat him up just the same. Just be sure to block specific attacks when Lexaeus unleashes them. You know, I mean, apart from his tertiary, grab Sora, throw him against a pole or whatever. And that's pretty much it. But yeah, so, Lexaeus' battle isn't really much to write home about, but I do still like the character, and, sadly, he wouldn't get much expansion in the rest of the series, much akin to Zoldan, so yeah. Lexaeus just becomes sort of whatever, I guess, much to my shame, but I don't know. I do still like the character, and again, while his organization weapon might be just, you know, a tomahawk with like a, you know, an early 2000s like fucking keyboard attached to it, I don't know, it is still quite a good weapon because it's cool, and it is one you can actually get for Donald after you complete this fight, as we're doing right here. So on that note, I'm Solidus-Skully. Keep it new metal, and next time on the Kingdom Hearts 2 commentary, we do more stuff. Catch you next time.